Okay, welcome everybody. Apologies for the delay. This is our first European match of the season between defending champion Felix Stenitzer at the top of the screen up against Simon Latchum at the bottom. This is actually game 3 of standard. I'm a bit late jumping in. Obviously both are tied, whereas Simon's on the approach, blue-white approach control, took game 1, where he's heavily favoured. And Felix came back to take game 2, so now we've got the deciding game 3. Obviously, Felix had a fantastic season last year because he won the European title, and then he in a friendly grudge match with the the North American Division 1 champ, he also won that. So it was a pretty good season. Simon also had a very good season. He's one player that we're kind of expecting or hoping to add a bit more competition to the standings this year. I'm just bringing up season 3. See where he finished. I believe he was 3rd. Yeah, so Simon finished 3rd, but he was 30 points down on Felix, so quite a considerable difference over 9 matches. So he's hoping to have a bigger impact this time. You can see here that Felix is obviously boards into a much more controlling hand post board. Just waiting for Simon to give permission there. That's Felix's hand at the bottom of the screen. So he can play the Glory Bringer if he wants this turn. I don't have the permission from Simon to see hands. Chooses not to play the Glory Bringer. You see the appetite for the unnatural that's brought in for a search for Azkanta. And Simon's cycling at the end of his turn, so he's clearly in the market for something. Down to 12, so the 2 little servants have been beaten down here. There's a 3-turn clock. I'm not sure why... Oh, Felix will bring in the Essence Scatter, I expect, because he's expecting the Jim Davis type build where Regal, Caracal and Torrential Gearhulk come in from the sideboard. I'll just have one more look. I'll stop bringing this up. Yeah, so Simon's not going to share hands, or he's got it turned off. We're down to a 2-turn clock. You can see Felix here is just not doing anything. He doesn't have to do anything. Supreme Will counter the 2-4-6. Yeah, Supreme Will will counter a Fumigate. Simon, without seeing his hand, I can only speculate. He could be looking for land 7 so that he can Fumigate with negate protection. Not sure if he would bring in negate in this matchup. Whether he knows that the Teamer energy switches to a more controlling build for the second match. Is it end of turn? He's just given up on using the Supreme Will as a counter spell, so he's... Well, there's a negate. So here, this is going to put him to a 1-turn clock. See if there's a response. He's dead if there's no response to Glorybringer. There is, it's a Supreme Will. But now that you can see in Felix's hand, he doesn't have any... He doesn't have anything going on now, so... And he's tapped out, so if Simon does have the Fumigate here, then he can stabilize. So let's say he's on Fumigate or Bust. Oh, that's going to buy him a turn. So he resolves the first sun, it goes to 11, so it's 3 more turns, but... And Felix, you can see here, he doesn't have the counter spell. So he's at the mercy of an approach. If Simon's got the second approach in hand, he just wins here. Let's see if he's got it. Felix will be sitting there with his fingers crossed. So are we, because we can't see, unfortunately. He's going to slow roll this. Well, it looks like there might be a bug here, because it says it's waiting for Simon, but Felix's timer is ticking down. No, he just passes the turn, so he doesn't have anything. 5 cards in hand. Oh, and then again, Felix bricks with the land. This is going to make it a 1-turn clock, unless he's got an answer anyway. Okay, so it'll take down a servant. All this damage that Felix has dealt in this match has all come from the 2 Servant of the Conduits. As Simon digs 4 cards deeper, so I think that would still make him... He had a draw which would be 5, so he'd still be 2 cards short of finding the approach. So he keeps both on top, so we'll see if he's got the second approach right here. Nine cards in hand, so he can cast it with negate back up if he has it. And he does, so Simon's going to take standard 2 games to 1. He's got the approach. And a good start to the season for Simon Latchum.